the career path that we have chosen is not easy. And if you are not grounded, you can get carried away very quickly because you want to keep up appearances. If I break down how much I used to spend per event, getting the stylist, the hair, the makeup, just the expenses of being a public figure, of being in the media and entertainment space, it's so easy to lose track of your finances. It's so easy to be in debt. I'm hoping that a time will come where the industry is honest with itself and we can actually have conversations around this entertainment lifestyle and finances. How many entertainers can bring out 5 million? Hi everyone, welcome again to another episode of Transparent with me and my handsome hubby, Danny Boy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Today we're talking about something so important, right? It is transformational, it is impactful, it is, you know, it just impacts marriages, right? We are talking about finance. Money in marriage is a major topic, you know, and yeah, it's just something that we have had to deal with. We have had to be intentional about just our money in our marriage. But we're not having this conversation alone today. No, we have invited someone who is very dear to me personally, but also very, very impactful to the industry that she plays in. She's very knowledgeable. She has helped thousands of people and families just get their money right. We are speaking with Coach Shola Adeshaki, chartered accountant, my coach and lead coach at Smart Stewards. Coach Shola, thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
When we knew we were talking about money, right? I said, no, it had to be you. We had to have you on the call because we have had a conversation with you. We have gotten on a call with you to say, Coach Shola Egbawa, Kilo, what's happening, right?
Yeah,
and it's just great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to talk to us again. I wanted to say that you look like $1 million, but I guess I guess you know that already. But yeah, I mean, finance is a big question in every marriage. Before we start rolling the camera, Toyosi was saying that, you know, there are two big things that often affect marriages. It's sex and it's finances, and we're talking about one of them today, which is wonderful. But for me, I'd like to just ask you right away, how important is talking about money before you get married to someone? You know, how important is that?
Thank you.
And why?
And how do you have that conversation?
Right. Thank you for having me, first of all, and well done for the amazing work that you do.
Thank you.
I have been teaching personal finance for about 12 years, chartered accountant for about 24 years.
Wow.
And even as an individual, it took me a lot to learn about my personal finance, right? So when we talk about finance in marriage, let us even look at some of the difficulties about understanding finance as an individual. So when you have issues with your finances as an individual, then you are going into marriage with another individual that has difficulties with their finances. It's going to be a tsunami and of difficulties. So it is very important, first of all, as an individual, to take your finances more seriously, especially as a single person, directly to answer your question. Talk about the baggages. I mean, having counseled and coached a lot of people, it is needless to say that yes, in marriage, there's sex, there's infidelity, there's finance as the three major factors causing, troubles in marriage. So it's better to talk about it. Yeah. Because even for me as a chartered accountant with all of my qualifications, I wasn't forthcoming with my husband to be back then. And he would say, you are the chartered accountant, let's have conversations. Well, don't worry, tomorrow will take care of itself.
Wow.
And then I took some very silly decisions and be like, Shola, you're a chartered accountant. But I see that for couples who talk about finance before they get married, it makes the journey a lot easier. Number one, talk about compatibility. So when we talk about compatibility, it's not just about every other thing. Do you know people could be actually incompatible when it comes to finances? And I'll give you examples. You have a vision. This is the kind of lifestyle you want, the places you like to live at.
Let's go.
You know, but somebody say, no, actually, Okokomaiko is good. And then the other person says, you know what, I may not have lived in certain tuition areas whilst growing up, but my desire is to raise my family. The person says, no, it doesn't. That's one of the signs that there are incompatibilities.
Wow.
But it is not enough to say that marriage shouldn't happen.
Wow.
And somebody might say, I want just 2 children because I want to be able to give them the good life. But somebody say, my mother had only I'm going to have 7. Don't forget that. No, these are not
What is it? What? Kenny.
These are not exactly financial issues, but they are things that will
Affect financing.
There are things you will spend money on. So talk through those things. Do you have baggages? I have mediated in a case whereby the guy was living in his friend's apartment. The guy, his friend had traveled, so he was living there. Married the girl into that apartment.
Stop it.
Yes,
no.
because work took the guy overseas, and then work suddenly said, come back. So the guy didn't have the house or the cars that he said were his, and then naturally the lady had to become the breadwinner, and then she fell pregnant. Do you see? So you need to find out. It's not they say that love is blind, but marriage cures that blindness, especially when it comes to money. So these are some of the reasons. What are your financial baggages? Where are you? Do you have debts? Do you have assets? What are your beliefs about money? What are your future goals? I can't be wanting to be big and then you don't have goals. We'll struggle, right?
Okay,
So
Coach Shola, let's do a practical session here. Let's act. I'm an actor. I'm the guy that wants to marry you.
Right.
You're a single lady. I'm the guy that wants to marry you. We're out on a date, right? This is an invisible angel watching over this date. But we're having a date, right? We've gone out. And you've decided, you know what, on this date, I'm going to ask some really important questions about our financing before we go into marriage. Can you maybe throw a few of those questions to help our viewers, that one should ask before taking anyone seriously or before getting married to someone?
If you don't get the full money by the end of today, this is the last time you talk to your husband.
I love it.
Apologies, please. And this is not the first date, right?
Right.
Is it the first date?
No,
so the dynamics will be different.
Right.
Let's assume this is a third date. Because
Okay.
first date, you can't be
First
asking.
date.
Yeah. I'm even saying that you guys are serious now. He has proposed. You're about to get married
Maybe
to
he has
this
not
person.
proposed.
Okay, but
Okay,
it's a serious relationship.
Okay,
You're thinking
yes.
of marrying this person. You guys
Love
have
it.
got, you're familiar with this
Love it,
person.
love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking. Fun things. Okay. So where do you work? What's your salary range?
Okay.
Maybe not directly.
I work in oil and gas. I earn between 2 million and 5 million a month.
Fantastic. You're one of the top earners. So I'm happy for you because in Nigeria like this, they say that less than 10%, only less than 10% earn about 800,000 plus. So my darling, you're on a good. All right. So let's talk about your views about spending money. Would you rather save and invest, or do you have certain percentages that guide how you spend money, or you have we live only once? Some people. In the earlier days of my career, you only live once, so tomorrow will take care of itself. What are your views?
To be honest, I believe in saving, but man, sometimes Jaye will just carry me. I will just be spend. They go, I like the good life. But when I can, I will spend. When I can, I'll save. But when I can't, I just move on. But I have a good job, and I believe I'll always have this job, right? And I'll always have money. Don't worry, I'll take care of you.
That's interesting. So are you telling me that you don't have any savings at all, or you don't invest currently?
I don't have any investment, but I have savings. Right now, in my savings account, I have like maybe 10 million naira.
You are trying, you are doing well. But if you have 10 million, you are doing well, you are living the life. You just have to be consistent because, budgeting. Me, there was one coach I listened to. He said she doesn't teach people not to spend money. She just tells them to balance it well. Like 50% of your money into your necessities, 30% into savings, 20% take care of yourself. I have another friend, every month when she earns her salary, she goes to a restaurant. And then she will say, spirit, soul, and body, you have done it again this month. Oh yeah, enjoy. So well done, 10 million. Okay. I mean, as time goes on, I'll share with you some of the things that I personally invest in that you can invest in. Let's talk about another thing. I know you are the firstborn in your family. And I know some of your siblings have not started work yet. You still have both parents. What are your, when it comes to marriage, the woman, transparency and all of that, do you reckon that your family should come first in terms of the expenses? Or do you think me and my wife first and my nuclear family will take care of our siblings?
No, I have to take care of my siblings. I'm the firstborn of I have 12 siblings. I have to send all of them to school. Once my mother tells me to do it, I have to do it. You are fine. I will take care of you. You don't have any problem. Whatever we have left is what we will share. But my siblings, I have to send them to school. When I finish sending them to school, I'm making sure they get the job. Then I know my work is done.
But let me quickly ask you a question. Assuming we are saying we have maybe 2 children. But school fees are due. We want the child to go to maybe one of these very top schools. But your mother is saying something is happening. Which would you prioritize? That one or our own? I'm just asking,
I will prioritize my children. But let me just send all my siblings to school first. They're very important to me, and I will be happy if but my children are also important to me. So, and my siblings are all grown up. And before we start having children and stuff, let me just send all my siblings to school to a level first. Okay,
final question for this day, because it doesn't look like I'm inundating you.
Please, let's eat. Food is getting cold.
Do you have any debts? Basically.
I do.
Is it a lot?
But I won't say it's a lot, but I do have significant debt. But don't worry about that. All that will be taken care of.
Thank you for sharing so magnanimously. At least I have an idea.
Okay, cut. Okay, no acting. But tell us we know why these questions are important. But what do you take away from these answers that we've gotten from this guy? So do you want to do an analysis on this guy?
I will do an analysis. Okay. So if you look at it, I have touched on the past. Do you have debts? Because debts are obligations from the past. A lot of people have good paying jobs, but they have a lot of obligations from the past that they don't disclose. When they lose their job or their source of income, they go right drowning in debt. So I've asked about the past, asked about the present. How much are you earning? I have also tried to find out the earning capacity of the person. Remember I said, you are one of the 10% of Nigerians who are doing well. So I know, he's told me of course about his job. I mean, if I could drill further, I would ask him, in case this job you use it, what would happen? Because I pretty much have an idea of where he's at. And I've asked about the future. Because conflict resolution is one of the things, especially around finances, that one of the things that we need to look. Couples are not able to manage conflicts, external requirements, unnecessary demands, and things that you want, things that I don't want, things that I want, things that you don't want. Or let's travel for vacation. No, until we finish paying. Sometimes they are well-meaning things. So past, present, and future. And I understand your temperament already. I say, this guy likes to flex, but he also likes to save. You're a typical guy. That guy that we saw is sort of, reasonable. So he says he has 10 million. A lot of people who are earning well do not have any shit anywhere. So he's a good mix of somebody with a little
good balance.
But that was ideal. It doesn't happen like that. Because people are not transparent enough. I have seen a lot. Right? I forgot. People are not transparent. Like the example that I gave. Why would you borrow your friend's house? Because it's out of town. And then because he says, I'm gone for about 5 years. all of those oil companies, the way they move people. And then you married into his house, you did everything, the girl became pregnant and all of that. And then work said, no more external posting. And then the guy comes in and he's not even remorseful. I've seen I've seen a guy that wasn't working, that was just leveraging what the lady had. And then he started to say, you are the woman in this house, you must submit. Because these days, a lot more women are becoming breadwinners. There's a lot to talk about money and marriage, about communication. So if you look at it, I've talked about 3 C's: compatibility, conflict resolution, communication. I think what you have here, transparency, is the bedrock of success. Let's talk about everything. Somebody died around me recently, and then the difficulties in getting some of the assets out. I had to tell my husband, listen, these are the things I have. I know the ones you have. There's no secret anywhere. This bank account, that one, just in case. We are not going to die young, but let's talk about it. If you're having issues with a business, let me know. I have bankers who would say somebody died and their wives, they don't know about the assets. So this is not about the extreme of death, but even basic things. You are struggling with some things, depending on the dynamics of your marriage. You don't tell your wife until things go totally south. But with communication, what do you think? But again, take that with a pinch of salt. I have seen instances where absolute transparency and communication led to wahala. But to yourself, be true. To your spouse, be true. You know the temperament of your spouse. So just to the extent that you can communicate, which is the ideal, please communicate. And just make sure you marry right.
Because I observed something from this your date too.
Right.
I observed from this your date.
Angel, observant angel.
It was the woman asking the questions, right? Should the man also know? Because based on the conversation we're having now, and are we speaking? Who are we speaking? I'm trying to figure out. Like, okay, we're speaking to. Anyway, we're speaking sharp. Should the man also know what the woman earns? There's this thing of my money is my money, your money is our money. And then there's the whole, okay, if I'm being submissive, then you're responsible for me, right? So you shouldn't really know everything about my own expenses or my own finances and my lifestyle, basically. Hey guys, hope you are enjoying the episode so far, because we are. This episode was brought to you by Woodhull Finance Company. Woodhull Finance Company is a global financial services leader that shapes markets rather than simply follow them. Their experienced team provides strategic insights and forward-thinking solutions to help clients navigate today's challenges and prepare for tomorrow's opportunities.
So here's what's really cool. They have a whole dedicated team focused on helping you raise funding for your creative projects, whether it be film, music, art, whatever creative endeavor you're involved in. They are backing the people who make things happen.
Yes, so if you need financial advice or you're creative looking for funding, definitely check them out at www.woodhullcap.com. Okay, let's get back to the episode. Is it double-sided? Should the woman also willingly give information about her financial standing and what she's earning and just everything that he asks?
I love it. So it was a spontaneous scenario.
Right.
More often than not, the more literate person takes the lead.
Right.
Beautiful.
Right.
The more literate
person in that area takes the lead naturally.
Okay.
So it could be the man.
Okay.
Like more financially
savvy. When we were dating, I was a chartered accountant, but my husband was more financially literate.
Interesting.
So he was the one that would say, hey, so you said you want to resign your job. Do you have savings? Do you understand? So that's why we're saying everybody be financially literate to an extent. So it should be both ways.
Right.
These days, there's this thing about actually more women go for seminars, webinars. From my experience as smart stewards, wanting to know everything.
It's not just even a finance. Women are just more teachable.
Right. So you see more women asking, but there are men who also would like to know. But ideally, it should be both-sided.
Right.
Let's talk about it. some men will say, I really don't care, I really don't care. Just make your money, I'm fine. I'm the head of the family, you know, all of those things. But I think it should be both ways. Just like the scenario I gave. These are the things I have. These are the things I am considering. Another thing I see is that a lot of women defer to their husband. I was listening to a conversation recently and somebody said, listen, you need to listen to or be a part of conversations when men are talking about money. They're literally abusing themselves. Oh, guy, do that thing. You got it. And then they use vulgar words to just motivate themselves. But they say when it comes to women, they say, you see, motivational aspire to perspire conversations. We are not hard on ourselves.
I agree.
Men will say, go for it, 100 million, you go raise her. It's actually, if it is not time, it is not time.
Do you know that I have made it a point of duty or duty to myself to not have shallow conversations with women at events? We're not having shallow conversations. Yes, you like my hair, I like yours as well. You like my dress, I like yours as well. If in that we're not going beyond this aesthetics and this, I'm looking for another group. I'm not doing it anymore because of this thing that you just said. I actually heard it and it just stuck. Like men will gather and sign deals informally. You are at a wedding reception table, they've already signed like 4 deals.
But we were admiring our own bags.
Thank you. Where's this bag from? They've already signed. You're the one that is doing this one. I have this, I have that. In fact, recently, I just sent I was chatting with an Egbon, like an older sister, and I just sent her my proposal on WhatsApp because I had that at the back of my mind. Normally, I want to go the formal route that, okay, please, I want to send you a proposal and then send email, this, that. But I said, this is how guys just close deals informally. We're already chatting here. Sis, I'm working on this thing. Or is this something that your company can support with? Is it simple? So I think women also need to be more intentional about having those conversations and step up as well.
You know, I was saying that. So when we talk to someone, it's actually my husband is the one who knows. My husband is the one who does all of those things. One of the things we are actively doing as Masters is women get up. Step up. Have conversations about investments. Have conversations about venture capital. Have convertations about angel investing. Look at the dynamics. Even in Nigeria, a lot more women are becoming MDs of banks. Stepping into play. Look at you, taking your place, taking the lead.
Absolutely.
So let's look at it.
Damsel in distress.
You know, so when you step up and your husband realizes that you bring value to the table, he'll be willing to disclose more.
Absolutely.
So he's not talking about, actually talk about venture. He's saying, what's venture capital? What's angel investing? What's mutual funds? The guy will just go and be talking to somebody outside because you are not on the same wavelength.
And to all the women watching, you know, whenever you wake up is your morning.
Absolutely.
Whenever you wake up is if you wake up now after this after watching this, your morning has started, right? Because I was not always like, Shebi, we called you.
Even me, sir.
Do you remember when we called you?
Oh, yes.
That day, what happened that day in the house? I think I was just frustrated. 2 + 2 was not 4 that day. 2 + 2 was just becoming something else. And I'm like, wait, what is happening? And so I remember calling and I remember talking to you and saying like, there's this, have you started talking?
By the way, she drags me all the time. It's like, oh, let's talk to this coach. Oh, let's text this person. Oh, let's talk to this person.
Let's just even get it. Let's even understand what we're doing just in terms of money. Because I think we had just enough. We had just, and I think that's also the mercies of God. You know, we had just enough. And also as the career path that we have chosen, and we have to talk about the entertainment industry. I really like you to talk to the entertainers and also just couples in entertainment. It's not easy. Do you understand? And if you are not grounded, you can get carried away very quickly because you want to keep up appearances. You're going for events. If I break down how much I used to spend per event, getting the stylist, the hair, the makeup, sometimes the PR person who will say Toyosi Etim Effiong was on this red carpet. Do you understand? Just the expenses of being a public figure, of being in the media and entertainment space It's so easy to lose track of your finances.
Right.
It's so easy to be in debt.
Right.
I'm hoping that a time will come where the industry is honest with itself and we can actually have conversations around this entertainment lifestyle and finances. How many entertainers can bring out 5 million?
How many entertainers are profitable?
How many entertainers are profitable, are running profitable businesses? Do you understand?
And profitable brands.
Yeah, profitable brands. Actor, actress, you're earning what you're earning per movie, right? What is it going into? Because you want to travel now, you're still looking for who will buy your tickets for you. You want to do what it is, you're still looking for who would give you shopping. So how are we being intentional about our finances as media and entertainment? Maybe you do we talked about something.
We should do it. We should do it.
We talked about this thing.
But let me quickly address this thing, which I tell people all the time. You know, when you look at not just people in the entertainment industry, let me use maybe football as an example.
Right. So
you will not always be on the field. You will not always be the darling of everybody. It doesn't matter how people, the best thing after sliced bread.
Yeah.
But you, beyond money, you must be intelligent enough to know how to navigate your seasons and transition and tweak. So you're an actor today. The actor that is highly sought after. What is
kissing
the next plan?
Everybody, kissing.
Yes, I don't know how your stuff works, but
You're following them to drag me. You're one of the people that drag me on social media.
Right? Well, let me use the little I know about entertainment, because in football you can be a player, you can transition to becoming a coach.
Yes,
you're
or
not
a sportscaster.
Analyst,
so
analyst.
you're not always on the field, but you can remain in the stadium and be relevant. You get so in this industry. How do you transition from being an actor to being a producer to becoming a collaborator? I mean, you all know how it works. So those are the things they say you're the best actress and the best actor in the world. Let's look at the people that have graced our stages in time past. Where are they? What is the difference? I'm working with one of the, early OGs. And I see what she's doing. She's transitioned, she's moved, and she's still very relevant.
Wow.
So as entertainers, that's one thing. The second thing is, you see this money. Once a millionaire or billionaire is not a billionaire forever. Why do you think the richest men in the world are always trying to do something? Because they're natural forces against your resources. Inflation, devaluation. In Nigeria, 3-4 years ago, 360,000 will give you $1,000.
Wow.
How much is 360,000 naira today in dollars? So when you think, I have 3.6 million in my account, $10,000. They play. Because there's inflation, there's devaluation. So if you are not actively enhancing and guarding your money, inflation will bite. Devaluation will bite. Global devaluation will bite. Because this thing, I tell people, it's not just your personal economy. National, what is happening in the White House is affecting your resources. So again, transition, learn to pivot, to be flexible with your resources. Don't just spend money the way it is coming down.
As they flow, money in water.
Hedge against currency risks. Send money to the future. That's why you say you are comfortable with what you are earning now because you think, I'm getting 20 rolls.
Come on.
A time will come you will not get 20 rolls. We have Etim now. There are 20 Etims in the making that we don't know. By the time they get one roll, you say, Etim don't get old. So what you get, once you're in the spotlight, use it well. Invest. Save. Talk to a consultant, which will be the fourth C. You know, I was talking about some C's earlier on. Get counsel, either as an individual or as a couple. Get counsel. You don't know it all.
Get counsel.
Coach Shola, what kind of investments, local and global? How do we build our portfolio, especially when you have children? She recently 2 weddings. They say, my parents did not do me well. Look at how you may not have come from a rich family, but let a rich lineage come from you. So you build it.
Come on.
They say, I don't want my children to go through what I went through, but what are you doing to make it happen? So when you look at it, you realize that this money is not, money loves speed, money loves mobility, money is changing. Before now, there was nothing like cryptocurrency, there was nothing like digital assets. In the next 5 years, with the way the world is going, and artificial intelligence, you don't know. So if you are still fighting, struggling to understand what mutual funds are, when they now say there's something called something, you'll be like, I don't know. And that's why people don't get ahead with their finances. We're too lazy to learn. They say there's mutual fund. They say there are stocks. What does it mean? But you understand every other thing. You don't understand those ones.
Anyway.
Everything. So learn to transition your career. Don't like, I'm an accountant today, accountant. Life is changing. People don't even need accountants again. So you must learn to pivot. You must learn to manage and multiply the money that you have. Top thing is, money is never enough. Expand your income base. If you do not see these things, they offer you a rent, say 2 million, at all, you know bad. There's a stage of at all. There's a stage of you realize that this at all is not taking me home. So you improve on your skills and you get more money back. You say, this is what I am worth. And then you are not only sitting on acting, you know.
Wow.
The money you are getting, you are turning it into investment. You are collaborating. You are monetizing your proficiency, your passion. You are, see, jack of all trades. Sometimes it is very necessary in some seasons of life. So that take home, we take you home. Right.
So this is so amazing. This is so amazing. This is so amazing.
Honestly, this feels like people should be paying to watch this episode. Please,
monetize it.
No, please look at the account. Because I'm learning so much. It feels like a session. It is a session right now for me. So let's bring it back. A man marries a woman who is a jaye, does not really, to have money in our water, right? We're here to spend this money. We're here to have a good time. How does that man protect himself and his family? Or if it is the other way around as well, and I know we tend to put the man as the breadwinner and all of that, and things are changing, but how does the partner protect the family? And we're going to be transparent here. I was the let's spend, he was the let's save. But to make me happy, he will spend. Because happy wife, happy life.
And especially because we're believers, right? And we understand that, the two are one. It's not like what people would do, what other people might be able to do is go and hide money. Don't tell your wife, go and make investments. And is that healthy? Is that safe? Or as believers now, how transparent should you be with your spouse and your investment and, planning together, knowing that she's susceptible to certain things or certain habits?
Right. That's, if I were to answer this, it would be an entire masterclass. But two things. Everybody has temperaments. Couples have temperaments. Earlier days of my marriage, I was a spender.
Right.
My husband was a saver.
Right.
But I learned the very hard way. And I used my own to even affect him. Because I was like the Jonah in the ship. Right. So we all went to ground zero. But he kept saying, I told you. Sometimes all in the name of I want to make my wife happy. You're not able to say, hey, my husband was firm, but what I wanted was what I wanted. Because it was just before we got married. I'm like, I don't want to lose this girl. Let me not go and say, don't resign. No, I will resign. I will get another job. Don't do this. So he left me. Right. So back to the first thing is at least one person should be a bit financially literate than the other. That helps. Now we're saying everybody should be financially literate, but in a case where you're not, there must be common sense now. Both people cannot just be heading in the same direction. But even if both people are heading in the same direction, you are listening to this, right? I tell people communication, number one. Number two, effective planning.
Right.
You need to set goals. What's the kind of life we want? For our children, for ourselves.
Please, let's do this one very well.
Very well.
What are some goals that couples should set?
I love it.
Yes.
Goals would be, number one, what kind of lifestyle do we want? For example, a goal could be, let's buy our house. Whether at Mowe or at Banana Island is up to you, right? But let's buy our house. So I think, let me see if I can remember some 5 W's that I thought at a couple session. Number one will be house, which is, I can't remember the W I used for it. set goals around accommodation.
Okay.
Because let me tell you, a good house, a good space where you live affects your mood more than any other thing.
Helps you make more money.
And I think we shouldn't compromise on it. That's why they say the tone of your bedroom, the tone of your house, even the children. Remember when we moved to our first house from, my children became, you could see the happiness. You think these children don't know? They know. So goals will be immediate gratification, house, cars, just basic things that make your life better. Then you look at the future. What are some of the things? Where do we see ourselves in the next 5 years in terms of the things that we want to achieve? Are we doing the joint business? I think this is, we also need to start to talk about family offices, having investments and things that we can pass on to posterity. Maybe mid to long-term goal. So we're not just living, because some people will say, she has said we should buy a house, buy a car, buy everything. Immediate gratification. It's good to have those things. But where do we also see ourselves? Do we want to do joint projects? Do we want to have do you want to have joint business? Or do we just, you have your own, then we have resources to support ourselves? Because some people, their line of proficiency is divergent. You are both in the entertainment industry. Me, my husband is real estate. I'm finance. We're still similar. But there are some people, this one is this one is that. How do we do it? How do we converge at some point? So those are some of the other things that you should set goals on. Set goals around your children. Schools, right? For me, quality education is important. Not just schools, but the kind of exposure. I was talking to one of my mentors. I don't want to mention her name. She said, I started to take my children abroad from when they were 2. Now that they are 21, the difference is there. Because that was what I got from my parents. Exposure is a major investment, especially for children. They are being formed. They say, there's no money, even if it is to save, to say, let's go to Ghana. Take them out of that place that you are. You move from Ghana, you go to Doha, go to Dubai, go to UK. When these children grow up, we are a function of what our parents put into us. And that's why they will stand out. And you're not just going on vacation, you're just going on rides. You're showing them places. You're showing them banks. I went to Zurich last year, and my host, as we were walking, she said, underneath this place is a vault. I said,
Even as you said it now. Even as you said it now.
She said, Oprah Winfrey bought it back in this shop. So educate your children.
Yeah.
And I said, we took ice cream. What did you learn on vacation? we took ice cream. We took burger. Educate them. Even without traveling. Little things of life. Sometimes take your children to the bank. They say, see, money is not going on the tree. See, that money that I use, see my account. Children learn a lot.
Yes, they do.
So set goals around your children. Set goals around immediate gratification. Set goals around your career. But at the end of the day, can two
work together except they agree?
This is ideal. There's some couples that do not see eye to eye. I know couples who live in the same house, they have not spoken in 1 year. How do they godify their goals? So I don't know whether to pray or to shall God help us. But ideal. Set goals around those things. Immediate goals. What are our plans? I remember my husband did this for a long time. This is what you have. This is what I have. Because I think I should quickly touch on joint accounts.
Yes.
Me, we don't do joint accounts.
Okay.
Because joint account means I earn 5 million, you earn 5 million, 10 million in a purse. God save you and God help you. Both of you are very prudent. Because I've seen joint accounts that somebody who was a spender spent all the money. But we do project accounts. How does that work? Okay. We have a major project. How much do you want to put? How much do you want to put? Okay, I'll take care of these bills. You will take care of that bills. And we had them written out. So my husband knows what I earn, but I'm not under pressure to say this is everything. There are investments that I have, and maybe 5% he doesn't know. He may know that, but that woman power, that man power too. I'm not saying as I'm doing for you, you should do for me. No wala. But do your thing, I do my thing. But when we have joint responsibilities that we agree on, let's do it. It works because If you do joint account, I want to buy sanitary pad. I want to pay from joint account. Wala mawa. You get?
Yeah.
So I do project accounts. We want to do major projects. We come together and it has worked.
Beautiful.
But if joint account works in your family, so be it. But me, I'm an independent woman. I do a lot of, my husband also is independent. We give a lot. How was they want to give? Should I take from the money? No. There must be somewhere where I can take from, and I just tell you, oh girl, this is what I did for this person. So those are ways to practically navigate resources.
Okay, final question before we go. What are some accounts that couples should have?
Love it.
Because you've said project account, which I love.
Right.
It sounds like there's a goal. Instead of a joint account. A joint account just feels like, okay, that account is there, let's just put it there for whatever happens. But a project account is we're working towards X and we are putting this there together. And everybody is aware that there are a lot of double income households now, right? People like the idea of an odogu parara that will just be taking care of everything and the girl is chilling. You know what I mean? But there are double income households where both couples are working, they are pulling the money together, all of that. What accounts should they set up?
I love it. First of all, individual accounts where you get your money, current accounts in banks. For couples, I think a project account. And it also helps you achieve your visions clearer. I mean, it's not a goal if it is something you can easily achieve. Like by the time you put yourself, say, we want to buy that property, it says 250 million. Even when family is not, you'll be like, Auntie, calm down.
Coming down.
Right, so project account. I think couples can have travel accounts. A spillover. Because project is different from travel. Remember I said exposure. They call this exposure account. This one is for vacation. If it is once in 2 years that we can do the kind of vacation that we love, and you know that it is also an investment, then have an investment account. So I've said, what was the first
Individual
one?
accounts.
Individual accounts where you earn your money.
Project accounts,
Project
which are
account.
based on the goals that you have set. Then
Travel accounts, or just call it
Exposure
leisure
accounts. So either you want to maybe travel or even have family dining once a month, just enjoy yourself. Then investment accounts, because projects will come and go. Investment accounts is where you can say we're doing mutual funds. And you need education. We're buying stocks. We're doing real estate. It's just there so that when the opportunity comes, we move it from there into the project account. Do you understand? And then I think every family should have a charity account where you're just giving back.
That's beautiful.
You're just giving back. Finally, let me make it 7. Invest for your children already. To say, I've got 3 boys. I have mutual funds for each of them. At all. There's a 5,000, there's a 50,000, and then all the monies they give them, it goes into that account. You see. Now somebody may say, now the person may make a lot of money, will have this account. But list it as goals. Even if it is 100 naira, 50 naira going into it, it makes a lot of difference. And for the person who is not married, who is looking at me here, I have at least 2 friends. They are not married yet. They don't have children, but they have been saving in mutual funds for their children already. And it's growing. So then say, okay, the day I marry, until then, let me be enjoying myself. Start to do this project account. Say, even when your husband comes, you will know that this one, the head is correct. Nobody wants liability these days, right? You know, and not sacrosanct, but
Coach, and you are goals. You are goals, and it's always a pleasure talking to you. It's just light, you know. It's light. Light shines in darkness, and darkness cannot comprehend. Darkness is confused.
Thank you.
Darkness, there's no room for darkness again. And I really hope that through this episode, you've illuminated minds. Like, people are thinking differently from now. The day you start is the day you start. Like, don't say, oh, what have I been doing the past 5 years, the past 3 years? What have I been doing all this while? Start now.
And don't wait till you have a billion naira. Just wherever you are, with whatever you have, you can start planning now.
Is this investment for the kids that, because I believe I've been thinking, you know what, let me just be seeing everything in one investment or in a few investments. But now this one of actually setting it up for them is something that I'm taking up.
Mutual funds.
Yes.
Just because in fact for you too, it just helps you realize that you are saving for them, and it gives you it puts you in a great place.
Right. How can people reach you, Coach Shola?
Lead coach and founder of Smart Stewards on Instagram and everywhere. I am Shola Adeshaki, SOLAADESAKIN, no H. Follow us Smart Stewards at YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. We're positioning for the future. And I mean, depending on when this is airing, we're having an annual summit on the 20th of September.
Okay.
It's massive in Lagos. It's free to attend. Come and learn. You need to invest in financial literacy, right? Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
We should charge the crew members.
Yes, all of you listening for free.
For this 1 hour session.
How was it though?
It was beautiful. It was so good.
Thank you, Coach Shola.
It
So
was amazing.
I hope you've all learned something. I mean, what's the highlight for you before we go?
Listen, like everything was just, light bulb moments all over. But for me, it was the fact that you should be disciplined and communicate. Communicate, be transparent, and protect your family. For me, I was just hearing like protect your family, protect your family. Like do what needs to be done, do the right thing.
Yeah. So it's the 4 C's. She said compatibility. That's when you're thinking of getting married. Conflict resolution, communication, and counsel. Right, counsel.
I was going to talk about choices, but I think we talked about the choices are the things that you do.
Right.
Tell us about that quickly.
Yeah, just choices. Haven't done all of those things you have communicated. You have said they're easier said than done. It comes to actual choice.
Making the right choices.
I told you to invest. Okay, but have you made the choice to actually invest? And then what are you investing? I said travel. Choices are, okay, where do we go to? That's bringing it home to say, let's do these things.
Fantastic.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Whoosh, so good. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Give us some feedback. Tell us how you feel about the episode and what you'd like us to talk about maybe next time. But thank you for watching.